Ever felt utterly confused by an avoidant's hot and cold behavior? What if I told you those mind games aren't always what they seem, especially when they're truly invested? We're diving deep into the perplexing but fascinating world of avoidant attachment to expose the secret signals they display when they're genuinely interested in you. Get ready to rethink everything you thought you knew about their communication. Look, I know why you're here. Someone in your life pulls away the second things feel good, goes quiet for days, then acts like nothing happened. Here's the truth. When avoidants are deeply interested, they don't show it the way you'd expect. Their interest looks like distance. Their care looks like control. But there's a massive difference between an avoidant who's genuinely working through their fear because you matter, and one who's just keeping you around as an option. By the end of this, you'll know exactly which one you're dealing with, and what standards you need to set to protect yourself. About 25% of adults have avoidant attachment patterns. Here's what'll blow your mind. The more they like you, the more their brain treats you like a threat. When an avoidant person starts catching real feelings, their nervous system fires up like they're in actual danger. Researchers call this deactivating strategies. It's their subconscious way of creating safety through distance. And here's where the mind games come in, except they're not games at all, they're patterns. We're not learning this so you can chase better or decode them harder. We're learning this so you can set boundaries and recognize when someone is trying versus when someone is using their attachment style as an excuse to treat you poorly. The subtle patterns that look like games. Number 1. The phantom X mention. Things are going great, you're getting closer, and suddenly they bring up an X, not in a nostalgic way, but just enough to create distance. Oh, my ex used to say that too. If you calmly set a boundary like, hey, I'd prefer if we kept our time about us, an avoidant who's actively working on themselves will respect that. They might feel awkward, but they'll adjust. But if they double down, keep bringing up exes, or get defensive, that's not attachment style. That's disrespect. And that's your sign to walk. Number 2. The strategic slow fade. Everything's amazing. You're texting every day, and then suddenly they start spacing out. Replies take longer. Plans become less frequent. But here's the thing. If they're genuinely interested, they won't disappear completely. An avoidant who's working on themselves will pull back, feel the discomfort, but then lean back in. Distance, then reconnection. And when they come back, they'll acknowledge it with action. They'll initiate plans. They'll be present. But if someone goes cold and only comes back when you chase them, if they need you to do all the work every single time, that's someone who likes attention more than they like you. Has anyone ever told you their attachment style, like it's a free pass to hurt you? Drop a comment below about the wildest excuse someone's given you for their behavior. Number 3. The intimacy interruption. You have an amazing date, real conversation, maybe physical intimacy, and the next day they're weird, cold, or they pick a fight out of nowhere. What's happening is a vulnerability hangover. They opened up, felt good, and then their system panicked. For an avoidant who's truly interested, this panic doesn't mean they're gone. Watch what they do next. Do they work through it and come back? Do they apologize or acknowledge they were off? If yes, that's someone fighting their patterns for you. But if they use every moment of closeness as permission to punish you with silence, and there's never any repair, you're dating someone who's emotionally unavailable and hiding behind a label. Number 4. The independence power move. You're building something real, and suddenly they need to remind you how independent they are. I've always been fine alone. I don't really need a relationship. When an avoidant says this and they're actually interested, they're usually still showing up, still making time. It's their way of protecting themselves verbally, while their actions tell the real story. But here's your standard. If someone repeatedly tells you they don't want what you want, believe them. Doesn't matter if their actions say otherwise. If someone tells you they're not ready or not built for commitment, you say, "Okay, thank you for telling me," and you move on. You're not a therapist. You deserve a partner who's sure about you. Number 5. The quality time contradiction. This is the most confusing one. An avoidant who's deeply interested will limit quantity but maximize quality. They won't text you all day. They won't want to see you every day. But when they're with you, they're actually present, engaged, affectionate. This makes you feel crazy. If they like me this much in person, why don't they want to talk more? Here's where your standards come in. You get to decide if that's enough for you. An avoidant who's doing the work will hear that and try to meet you somewhere in the middle. They'll communicate about their needs while respecting yours. But if they tell you you're too needy for having basic relationship needs, if they make you feel bad for wanting normal things like regular communication, that's not avoidant attachment. That's manipulation. All of these patterns are only worth navigating if the person is actively working on themselves, not just saying, "Yeah, I know I'm avoidant," and using it as an excuse, but actually doing the work. Therapy, self-reflection, making real effort to change. Attachment styles can heal and change, but only if the person wants them to. Studies show that with awareness and effort, people can move from insecure attachment to secure attachment. But that key word is effort. Your standard isn't, are they avoidant? Your standard is, are they trying? Are they acknowledging when they pull away? Are they apologizing when they hurt you? Are they actively working to do better? Because an avoidant who's not doing the work will keep you in this cycle forever. You'll waste years trying to prove you're safe, trying to earn consistency, trying to be perfect enough that they finally let you in. That's not a relationship. That's a job you're not getting paid for. Stop trying to decode whether their distance means interest. Stop analyzing every pullback. Stop making excuses for inconsistency. Instead, set a simple standard. I'm available for people who are actively choosing me, even when it's uncomfortable for them. That means an avoidant who's genuinely interested will feel the discomfort and still show up. They'll communicate even when it's hard. They'll work on their patterns instead of expecting you to shrink yourself around them. And if they can't do that, they're not your person. Not because they're bad, but because you deserve someone who's ready for what you're offering. You're not here to be someone's emotional training ground.